When I tell you every single part of my body is shaking, I mean every single part of my body is shaking. That was insane. That was like actually crazy. Such a good workout. My abs, I have not worked out my abs like that probably since the last time I did Pilates, which was like a year and a half ago. Yeah, incredible. I had to buy socks because I couldn't find my socks, but these are adorable. They have little peaches on them. I love the color. Apparently orange is my color that I like gravitate to because like the entire living room is orange. But yeah, they have little peaches and I think that's really cute. There was only 2 of us though, which was kind of crazy. And like I've done Pilates before, but it's been a really long time. And the other woman there had never done Pilates. I'm like dripping sweat. I don't even want to know what I look like. I like was in the plank and like literally sweat was just dripping off my face onto this reformer. The reformers were actually so high tech compared to the one that I've used before, but like she was so good. And I think as much as I didn't like that there was only 2 of us because like all the attention is on you, I think it was really good that there was only 2 of us because then all the attention was on us. And like I don't know, that was so good. I would come back in like 10 days when my body is not sore anymore. Just kidding. Today's Thursday, I have another Pilates class at a different studio on Monday. Crazy. That was so good. That was so hard. I actually like surprised myself with how much I was able to do because I feel like I had to make a bunch of modifications last time I did Pilates, and I definitely like was working out more consistently last time I did Pilates, but maybe just like through climbing and just like not even realizing it. But oh, is my coffee still warm? It probably is because this is Texas. It is still hot. Not even just warm. That is like that's like the normal coffee temperature that you would drink it in. Alright, I'm gonna chug some water and then I'm gonna listen to my book. I'm currently listening to Nobody in Particular by Sophie Gonzalez. I got it for free on Spotify's audiobooks because it said that it would take I think like 15 hours to read, and I think you get 16 hours free a month from Spotify. But then I really wanted to read it last night in bed, so I ended up buying it on Kindle for like 10 bucks, which I don't like buying Kindle books that are that expensive. Like normally I'll only spend a couple dollars on a Kindle book, but I just really wanted to read it. It's a good book. I can't believe I heard mixed reviews about it. Like it's so fun and like just I don't know, like the reviews that I saw were like people not loving it because it's like not the point of the life that they're in, but like girl, when are you ever dating the princess of a made-up country? Wait, is this country made up? I don't think it's a real place. Okay, the game plan for today, I'm gonna leave here and I have to stop at the store because there was a request. I made pumpkin banana bread twice and I sent muffins with Brady to work. Well, the first time I sent them so that way one of his coworkers so she could have some because it was her birthday, and she loved them, and then I was really wanting more like the next week or so, and so I made more, but then I made like a whole dozen muffins to send with Brady to work, and they were gone literally in a day. So then someone was like, well, she should make some sort of pumpkin cookie, so challenge accepted. And actually when I was on Reels last night, I found a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie that looked really good and pretty easy. So literally the only thing I need is chocolate and maybe some more pumpkin. That's so annoying. I don't want to have to stop at the store. Alright, I'm home now. I just made Brady a latte and he's in the other room working. He's on a meeting. But I decided to Uber Eats my grocery stuff that I needed because I did not want to stop. So we have 3 bags of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Definitely won't need all of them for the cookies, but I feel like I like having chocolate chips on stock because 1, they're good to put in Ninja Creamy, and 2, if I just want to bake something, like that's so many things can have chocolate chip cookie. Why do I keep calling them chocolate chip cookies? And then I got 4 cans of pumpkin puree. I'm pretty sure I have half of one in the fridge and then 1 more in the pantry, but Ren loves pumpkin. I've been making a lot of pumpkin eggs because 'tis the season, even if it is 90 degrees outside right now. So the recipe that I'm using is from Easy Gay Oven, and it's their pumpkin chocolate chip cookie. I don't like to follow recipes. I like to see what they say for ingredients, and then like it always tells you to mix these things first and then these things for I know. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and that's that. But we're gonna start with preheating the oven to 350.
up onto that bone.
The bone.
And then a fly flew by and he got distracted.
Ren has an outdoor bone because it like is supposed to break apart like the way that if you were to chew a stick, the little pieces of wood would break, like splinter off, but it's fine because it's not wood. Is he playing fetch with it?
Yeah.
You know you have to go outside and play with him now, right? He had it in the old apartment and he loved it, but he would chew it inside and then there would be like these splinters of it everywhere. So it's out on the deck and he's having a great time. He also has become obsessed with flies, and so he'll chase flies. He catches them sometimes. It's honestly kind of impressive. The only downside to like vegan butter is that it's like in this tub.
Looks like a vegan.
And if to get it in stick form, it's like way more expensive, which is silly to me. This is gonna be a butter guesstimation, to be honest. It says a teaspoon of cinnamon. I have never once ever measured cinnamon in my life, and we're gonna do way more than a teaspoon. It's called measuring with your heart. What is in pumpkin pie spice? Like, what would I use? Because we don't have pumpkin pie spice. What would I use to substitute that? Like, I'm thinking like nutmeg, maybe a little bit of ginger. Because those were some of the things that I put in my banana bread.
Exact volumes vary by manufacturer.
I don't care about exact volumes. Just tell me what's in it.
Sorry, I'm scrolling through the at least 2.5 hours of reading before any.
Someone's entire life story before they tell you what's in pumpkin pie spice.
Alright. Cinnamon.
Yep.
Ginger.
Yep.
Nutmeg.
Yep.
Cloves.
Yep.
Allspice.
I don't know if we have that.
We might actually. And the tiniest amount of black pepper.
I want you to know that I had the nutmeg, the ginger, and the ground cloves before you read that.
But not the cinnamon?
Oh, I already put the cinnamon in. It called for the cinnamon separately.
Did it call for cinnamon and pumpkin spice?
Yeah. Don't worry. I put more than enough cinnamon.
Oh, okay. Alright, then you and I understand that way.
I still have to do the American flour, but at least my cookies are done. So when I have some lunch, I have a bagged sunflower seed bacon salad thing with some air fried chicken, but the breadcrumbs are actually pork rinds, which is so good. Why didn't we start doing this sooner? Like, it's incredible. Alright, so this lighting is either incredible or horrible, and I don't really know which one, so we're just gonna make this quick. But I just got out of work. I worked with the older kids, the 11 to 17-year-olds, which I've never done before, and honestly, they were pretty chill. I ended up, just as I was walking out, picking up this same shift next week, so I'll work with them again next week. I really liked a couple of them, and then the rest of them are like, they're just fine, like they're old enough to like listen. I'm actually really curious. So it's 6:45, and normally I'm out of here at like 6:15, so I'm wondering how different the traffic will be right now. That's a long time. 54 minutes. All right, I'm going home. Grill was the best purchase ever. Look at these.
We did such a good job making those.
Thank you. I clearly worked very hard. Ren wants a taste. You're allergic to chicken. Did you know? Give a paw. Yeah! Good boy. Show your split tongue. Let me see your tongue. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
The most boring rice I've ever created, but it has lime and it has a little dill on top, so we're gonna call it what, Julia?
Delicious.
Good enough.
So this is my second attempt at a sourdough starter. I named it Susie. My first attempt at a sourdough starter was using my European flour, and after like a little over 2 weeks, nothing. She grew like a tremendous amount, like she was about this full, and she overflowed the container on day 3, and then never again did she grow. So I kind of got sick of her, so threw her out. Not sure if she would have eventually grew, but like, I don't know. There was just like, nothing was really happening like at all. There was nothing really to note. I've started Susie. Susie is made with American flour, and like, you can kind of see she's starting to bubble. She hasn't really grown at all, but like when I go to feed her, she's a lot liquidier than she was when I last fed her. So I'm gonna feed her now. I'm not really making this an exact science, and I don't know if that's like good or bad. Actually, when I stirred her, she just, it's hard to tell because this glass is dirty, but like I stirred her and she dropped in size a bit. So I think that's a good thing. So she's grown a little bit. She is about a week old. I actually am going to rehome her, so I'm going to dump. I am kind of going by, I'm going by Eloise's mom's sourdough starter recipe. But she didn't continue her series on TikTok, and after like day like 5. So I don't know, and I know she doesn't do it exactly, but since I'm rehoming her today, I'm gonna just pour half of Susie into this glass. Normally I would dump half into the trash, but then the half that's left in this glass will obviously go in the trash. So we're gonna take the rubber band off for now. That might be less than half. I don't know if that's enough, too much, I'm not really sure. But like, look at how like liquidy it is. You'll see what the consistency is after I. Eloise's mom said, I believe her name's Gigi. She said to do, she did hers in half cup. She did hers in cup measurements. Roughly half a cup of flour. I'm actually going to pour this in over the sink, so that way when I inevitably spill flour, it doesn't go everywhere. All right, so got some sourdough starter, some flour. That's roughly 1 to 1, not quite, but. And then I'm gonna do about a 1/4 cup of water. I'm just gonna guesstimate. And then I'll probably end up adding more because she tends to be on the thicker side. But I like to start with as little as possible because I want her to be nice and thick. All right, so this is kind of where we're at. It's definitely thick and all the flour is not mixed in. So I'm just gonna keep adding little bits of water. That's probably more than I wanted to add, but probably will end up being enough. Alright, so this is the consistency that I have going on right now. And this is the consistency that I'm happy with. So that's definitely fuller than I wanted it to be. I keep having that issue, so I think maybe I need to do less flour and less water, or save less of the original starter. But that's okay. We're figuring it out as we go. So putting my rubber band to mark her spot. I have her name tag, and then I'm just gonna like gently just like, I'm just gonna place this on and then place this on. It is currently 8:09 a.m. We went to the gym this morning, so we woke up at like 5:30, but honestly I didn't get out of bed until like 6. And we did arms, but my entire body is sore from Pilates. So, specifically like right here. So that definitely made some of the arm workouts a little bit hard, but it was good. We started by walking for 10 minutes. That's been our like go-to like warm-up. I mean, normally like I feel like we used to never just like warm up. It was always like, all right, start lifting. But I really like the 10-minute warm-up walk. If we have time, or if I'm by myself, then I'll walk for a good bit after too. But it's nice. I feel like I know I don't get nearly enough steps, and especially like coming back from Europe where I was like walking like 20,000 steps a day, and it was like nothing, like unintentionally just walking 20,000 steps a day, to come back here and like barely get like 2,000 steps a day. And like it's also hard because like I'm not like at work, so I guess that should make it easier because then I can like go walk more, but like it's too hot to like go walk outside, so it's not even like I could be like, oh, like let me take the dog for a good walk. Like there's just like, I don't know, it's like kind of hard. This is my favorite to-go cup. Right, you want ice cube? Come here, bud. Come here. Is it? Here you go. Ren loves ice cubes. Alright, so using this extra creamy oat milk, life-changing. I think he just put his ice cube under the couch. Yeah, I think he did. Oh, look at that. Okay, for some reason when I pull Brady's espresso, it like it does so much more, and then when I do mine, it's like not much. So, is it crazy? I'm pulling some more. The way that this cup is ombre, it's really hard to tell if it's mixed all the way. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. I have quite the setup going on here, and Ren is... Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, lay down. Alright, breakfast. Ooh, Ren took a lick. Why does this not focus? Anyway, that looks unappetizing, to be honest, but it actually looks really good in person. And then water, coffee, Kindle, because we're not gonna read. It is quite toasty out right now, let me tell you. And my car's AC kind of sucks. We're gonna make this real quick. I went to the Walmart, but it's like the neighborhood market, not like a full like super center or whatever, so it's just like grocery cart. Oh my god. It like, first of all, I could not figure out where anything was. I definitely walked back and forth so many times. And then I get up to the cash register and she doesn't like, she's having like, everyone's inspecting my ID because it's New Hampshire and this is Texas, and I'm just like, no, I swear to God, it's real. Just give me my Angry Orchards. And then she bagged, so she scanned everything so slow. It took more time for her to check me out than it did for me to go buy everything. And I'm gonna give a grocery haul when I get home, but it was ridiculous. And then she literally bagged things, like 1 or 2 things to a bag, and I'm like, girl, the plastic we're wasting here, not to mention you're making it so much harder for me to carry. Like, just give me like a couple filled to the brim bags, please. Yeah, so we're gonna drive home and I'll give a grocery haul. Most of it is for the party, couple things that are not. I don't even remember what I got. I had a list. I don't think I went off the list too much. The only thing I'm upset that they didn't have is they didn't have any dairy-free cream cheese. So therefore, the pumpkin roll that I'm gonna make is not gonna be friendly to me. Unfortunate, but I'll make something else too. It's fine. Grocery haul. So I got some paper plates. I thought that'd be a good idea. I got some pickles. These hot dogs are for everybody when they come over. These hot dogs are fancy and they're for me. They're not actually like that fancy, but they're definitely like nicer. Imitation vanilla. I got not 1, but 2 things of extra creamy oat milk. Not 1, but 2 things of yeast. It looks like it says 45 because it's folded, but it's 4.5 pounds of ground beef. And then I got cream cheese for the dessert that I'm making, but they didn't have any dairy-free cream cheese. Alright, I got 2 things of burger buns in here, and then I got myself some sourdough bread. There's definitely more buns somewhere, are they? 3 things of hot dog buns. They're actually going to stay in separate bags. And I am gonna leave my sourdough in with the burger buns, bags of bread, ketchup and mustard, or apple cider vinegar because we're almost out. Got a smoky mesquite seasoning. I thought this would be good to mix with the ground beef for the burgers. I got some toothpicks because I've been checking to see if my baked goods are ready using a chopstick, which is like fine, but it just like pokes too big of a hole. Powdered sugar, for the moment of truth. Do we already have powdered sugar? Because Brady and I like to just buy powdered sugar constantly and not use it. Because we're like, oh, we're out of powdered sugar, we need powdered sugar. There is no powdered sugar. Thank God. There was a while in the old apartment where we kept like making things and then buying powdered sugar, but then we just had so much powdered sugar because we didn't actually ever need powdered sugar. And then I'm pretty sure we're out of dish things. Also for the burgers, got some lettuce. I thought this would be some good crunch. 2 tomatoes. Got some cheese in case we want cheeseburgers. I got a 12-pack of Angry Orchard ciders. So it's 1:10. I have almost exactly 2 hours until I have to leave for work. I'm unsure what I'm gonna do right now. I want to make this pumpkin roll thing that I found, like that, but I don't know if I have time. I think I could definitely get the cake part done. I just don't know what like the frosting and the actual roll part, but I'm gonna read the recipe, get the directions, and see. Oh, interesting. You roll the cake while it's still hot with no frosting or anything. You just roll it while it's still hot. Oh, the cake roll is cooling. Mix the cream cheese, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it sounds like I make the cake, roll the cake, let it cool. Once it's cooled, carefully unroll the cake, frost it, and re-roll it. That sounds like that could very easily become a disaster. But if it does, they'll become cake pops. That's super easy to fix. So I probably should make the cake now, and then it can cool while I'm at work. And then when I get home from work, I can make and frost the cake. Make the frosting and frost the cake. I need to figure out what else I'm making though. I really want to make croissants at some point, but that's not a dessert, and that's definitely not for tomorrow. I'd love to make macaroons at some point, but I know I don't have the ingredients for that, nor do I have the time and patience for that. Look at me go. Wow, first time ever doing that. Yay. Okay, we're gonna get back to the cookies. I have about an hour until I have to leave for work. We're doing so good. Okay, I was only able to make like half of the cookies and I didn't get to do anything else with the cake because I have to go to work. But I need to taste test. I could. That's a crunchy outside and a gooey inside. Incredible. It was a little more crunch than I'd want, but oh, these are so good. I think adding the chocolate chips is a really good idea. I think there's not normally chocolate chips in these kind of cookies. Sometimes the peanut butter ones, like, they'll be like the Hershey Kiss on top, but I really like the chocolate chips in it. I just got back from work, changing out of my work shirt. I have my cake cooled here. We're gonna make the frosting and then we're gonna deal with the cake. I'm a little scared to unroll the cake and then frost it, but it's okay. We got this. All right, so we're starting with, I'm just gonna make what the recipe says, and I can always make more. I did get enough to double the cream cheese frosting, but I don't think I need to. Starting with 8 ounces of cream cheese, which is the whole block of cream cheese. A spatula. 2 tablespoons of butter softened. Okay, none of this is softened. Well, it's a teaspoon. So here's your fun fact of the day. 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. Vanilla. I never measure my vanilla. So I'm just gonna splash what I feel is good, which is always, I always do more than it calls for, because why not? A cup of powdered sugar. Oh, our butter is completely softened. It's liquid. So we're gonna pour that. Everyone says baking is an exact science. It's not. I mean, like, in ways it is, but like not really. And especially when it comes to things like frosting. Frosting is not an exact science. Especially when you have like leftover of all the ingredients. So like, I have plenty more powdered sugar and I have a whole other thing of cream cheese. So I can make adjustments as I need. It did emphasize very carefully. Nachos, 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 nachos. Hey! Hello, checking in. I stopped vlogging last night after we ate dinner, but we ended up watching part of Shrek and watching, what is it, the K-pop Demon Hunter, whatever that movie is. And then this morning I had work and I got some coffee at work, which was incredible. Then I came home and I've made some cookies. They're oatmeal chocolate chip. There's so many more than just that. That's just what's on the cooling rack. One of Brady's coworkers is bringing her dog, so both Ren and the dog have spoiled dog treats here waiting for them. I hung up my picture that Emily painted. Look at it, looks so empty on camera, but I promise. Okay, I'm having trouble getting this to focus. Maybe it's focused and just not on camera, but Emily made this. Her Instagram is, what is it? EEOJ_art. I'll put it on the screen and I'll link it down below. But I think it's so cute.